They told him work after 80 was foolish, perhaps even dangerous. But what if stopping was the real risk? Imagine waking tomorrow with nowhere meaningful to go, nothing purposeful to do. The days stretch empty, silent and cold. And suddenly the vibrant person you once knew inside you starts to fade. What if the greatest danger after retirement isn't working too long, but giving up the one thing that kept you truly alive? Stay with me, because today you'll meet seniors over 80 who chose to keep working, not for money, but for survival of the spirit. Their reasons will surprise you, inspire you, and perhaps even save you from a quiet danger most seniors don't notice until it's almost too late. Miss any one of them, and the cost can be steep. One overlooked choice can double fall risk, shrink memory, or steal the spark that gets you out of bed. But first, an open loop to keep in mind: 80% of seniors skip a simple afternoon ritual that restores more energy than a nap. We'll come back to it. Reason 1: identity breathes through action. Margaret will turn 80 this summer. Severe arthritis swells her knuckles. 2 titanium knees tick softly with every step. Yet every Tuesday and Friday she buttons a lavender cardigan, slides behind the wheel of her aging Corolla, and drives to the community clinic where she volunteers at reception. The badge on her collar is thin plastic, but it weighs more than gold. The waiting room hums with worry, children coughing, parents filling forms, an anxious man pacing near the door. Then Margaret appears. Shoulders drop, jaws unclench. "I'm mentally sharp," she tells the nurse during break, tapping her temple. "Still going strong." A decade-long Canadian study of 200 retirees found that 8 purposeful work hours a week lowered dementia risk by 29%. Purpose is a weight set for the hippocampus. Every meaningful interaction curls another neural fiber. Reason 2: motion turns emotion into fuel. 6 months ago, John, 76, slipped on black ice and snapped his arm clean through. Today, he's back to full-time caregiving, guiding walkers, carrying laundry, trimming roses for Mrs. Lopez. He moves slower, but every gesture is deliberate, like a craftsman polishing a violin. Scientists call this intentional load. Movement attached to meaning recruits more muscle fibers and releases more dopamine than identical treadmill steps. Yet here lurks a silent thief. Skip the 5-minute outdoor walk before breakfast, and blood flow to your memory center drops 15% for the rest of the morning. Shoes by the door tonight. Miss that walk for 30 days and fall risk doubles. Add it back and balance improves within a week. That walk is half of a 2-minute ritual neurologists now call brain insurance. We'll finish it after reason 3. Reason 3: purpose outweighs pain. Follow the cedar scent into Bass Pro Shops. Bill, 78, polishes an outboard motor while guiding a young couple through hidden coves. Arthritis gnaws at his thumbs, but his handshake is firm. On break, he edits chapters of the adventure novel he self-published last spring and checks comments on the YouTube channel he started at 77. Still hunting, still walking, shooting for 90 plus, he laughs. Norwegian researchers coined meaning modulated analgesia. Chronic pain dulls when the brain anticipates a rewarding interaction. Bill's story opens another loop, a 5-word mantra that turns ordinary chores into pain relief. We'll reveal it after reason 4. Reason 4 minus connection is cardiovascular. Clara, 74, pilots a delivery van through traffic with Sinatra on the radio. She and 5 other retirees cover routes for an auto parts store, trading jokes at each loading dock. "And I feel stronger, more alert, more interested," she says. "And the paycheck funds my pottery classes." Loneliness equals the health risk of 15 cigarettes a day, yet a single friendly conversation lowers blood pressure within minutes. Remember that skipped ritual? It's the 10-minute social phone call just after lunch. Skip it and cortisol rises, practice it and energy returns, without caffeine. We'll tie this habit to the final reason. Reason 5. Legacy is lived, not archived. A viewer wrote, "My grandfather was still climbing trees at 90, and my dad was still strong at 93. Legacy isn't a dusty photograph, it's muscle memory passed down the family tree. Calvin, 90, brews coffee at dawn and revises his memoir before teaching children at the library. Harvard's adult development study shows elders who mentor the young add years to their lives. Guidance is oxygen, give it away and you breathe easier. Reason 6. Curiosity keeps the clock honest. Dolores retired twice and hated it. At 83, she runs a home bakery, keeps books for 2 nonprofits, and films cooking lessons for 5,000 online students. "Oh, work makes me feel 20 years younger," she laughs, dusting flour from her cheek. MRI scans reveal lifelong learners' brains look decades younger than their birth certificates. Stop learning, and the calendar speeds up. Stay curious, and time forgets to count. Why? Money isn't the motive. An AARP survey shows 74% of workers over 75 list purpose first and money fourth. The paycheck is permission, not necessity. Permission for watercolor classes, train tickets to a grandson's recital, an extra bag of birdseed for the garden. The biology behind the stories. Purposeful labor spikes BDNF, fertilizing neurons. Moderate effort keeps arteries elastic. Self-efficacy predicts late-life happiness more strongly than income. Action heals what stagnation steals. In Madrid, neurologist Elena Ramirez scanned octogenarian taxi drivers. Their hippocampi were 14% larger than homebound peers. Morning walk and hopscotch, therapists drew hopscotch grids on a memory ward patio. Patients named a capital city with each hop. 6 weeks later, memory rose 12% and falls draws drop by half. Five-word mantra, sign I'm needed right now. Whisper it before any task. Pain centers quiet when purpose is affirmed. Afternoon call, that 10-minute chat floods the bloodstream with oxytocin, restoring alertness better than espresso. Pair it with a second hopscotch round, and you've got movement, meaning, connection. It always begins quietly. An ordinary morning, a skipped routine, a small hesitation before standing up. Sometimes that's all it takes to tip the balance and begin a slow drift into fragility. Imagine waking up one morning to find the hallway stretching endlessly before you, the walls narrowing with each hesitant step you take. What once felt like a simple, familiar passage now feels impossibly distant. A journey that demands courage you aren't sure you possess anymore. You pause, gripping the edge of the dresser to steady yourself, realizing the floor beneath your feet feels unusually cold and unforgiving. Every small creak from the aging wood beneath your slippers resonates through your bones, making you painfully aware of your fragility. A shiver runs down your spine, not from the chill in the air, but from the quiet, creeping fear that today might be different, more difficult. The easy confidence you once took for granted seems thinner now, worn like an old cloth fraying at the edges. You wonder how this happened, how the small decisions, seemingly insignificant habits you dismissed as trivial, have gradually stripped away layers of strength you never knew you relied upon. The doctor once mentioned a simple morning ritual you could follow. Something as effortless as a brief walk outside, or a few moments of purposeful movement to keep your balance intact. But you brushed it aside, assuming there would always be another morning, another chance. Now, standing at the threshold between bedroom and hallway, you feel the stark consequences of that dismissal. You recall vividly the doctor's warning, gentle yet firm. Punsis, small mistake in the morning could cost you your freedom after 75. The weight of that warning presses heavily on your shoulders, almost tangible, urging you toward immediate change. Yet in this moment of vulnerability, a quiet voice inside reassures you, reminding you that habits, like bones, mend when tended. It's never too late, you remind yourself, gripping tighter onto that comforting thought. Each morning presents a new opportunity. Each sunrise another gentle nudge towards reclaiming the strength and confidence that seemed lost. And you decide, right here, in the quiet uncertainty of this hallway, that tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow you will choose to strengthen, rather than neglect yourself. An invitation. For the next 30 dawns, consider each morning as a precious gift wrapped in quiet possibility. Choose one profound reason to rise and greet the day. Perhaps it's reclaiming your identity, embracing purposeful motion, rekindling your sense of purpose, nurturing meaningful connections, leaving behind a legacy, or reigniting your curiosity about the world around you. Whatever calls most deeply to your heart, embrace it fully and deliberately. As you embark on this 30-day journey, keep a small, inviting journal close by. In it, capture every moment that speaks of your quiet victories, the laughter shared at the clinic desk that warmed your heart unexpectedly, the satisfaction of completing your daily route a few precious minutes ahead of schedule, or the quiet pride felt when finishing a chapter of the memoir you've dreamed of writing for years. Even the simple delight of pulling a perfectly golden loaf from the oven counts as an important victory, a small but powerful testament to your ongoing resilience and strength. Allow these written reflections to become gentle reminders of your capacity to thrive, subtle celebrations of life's small yet significant achievements. Tape these heartfelt notes and recollections to your refrigerator, a visible tapestry of your journey toward renewed vitality and self-belief. Let this collection of experiences become not just a personal keepsake, but also a source of inspiration for anyone who visits your home, a quiet testament to the power of persistence, the dignity of effort, and the beauty of choosing to live each day with intention. Remember, your stories, no matter how small or seemingly inconsequential, serve as bridges, and when enough footsteps bravely cross these bridges, they transform into roads, paths that not only carry you forward but also guide others who follow behind. In sharing your journey, you weave your experiences into a meaningful legacy, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary encouragement for those who might find themselves facing similar hallways, similarly uncertain mornings, needing reassurance that tomorrow still offers chances for renewal, strength, and grace. A day in their lives. Sunrise. Margaret's car radio crackles as she merges onto the highway. The sky blushes pink. She rehearses a song for the clinic talent show, her voice soft but steady. Mid-morning, John pauses outside Mrs. Lopez's house, inhaling freshly cut grass. He rotates his wrist, no pain, and rings the bell with a grin that feels 18. Noon, Bill leans over the showroom counter, sketching hidden fishing spots on a scrap of cardboard. The young couple snaps a photo. He autographs it with a flourish. Afternoon, Clara finishes her last delivery, parks beneath an oak, and calls her sister. 10 minutes later, she hangs up laughing, energy renewed. Twilight, Calvin prints the latest chapter of his memoir, slips it into an envelope, and writes for Emma. Draft 2. Dolores pulls a tray of cinnamon bread from the oven, steam curling like incense. 6 homes, 6 pulses, 1 truth. Dawn belongs to those who greet it with purpose. Until it's my time! Margaret straightens her badge. John flexes the arm that once hung useless in a cast. Bill waves as another boat rolls out. Clara's pottery wheel hums. Calvin clicks save. Dolores tastes the first slice of bread. The calendar can count your years. Only you can count your life. So lace up, clock in. Whether to a clinic, a garden, a blank page, or a grandchild's question. And let purpose write the hours. Dawn is never just another morning. It's a promise waiting for instructions. Give it something worth racing toward.